allergies against it. Or
Sheepskin condoms, bro.
There you go, bro.
Yeah.
Because you have an allergy against latex allergies. It's not organic.
Is there any peanuts in this? So it doesn't matter what I was there for.
Okay,
it was something manly like money or condoms.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So I'm walking around. I can't fucking find this fucking thing. And I asked somebody who's wearing a fucking apron from Whole Foods. It says Whole Foods on their fucking smock. And I was like, oh, perfect. They work here.
It says that.
Yeah,
it
Whole Foods.
Yeah. Any allergies against it?
So yeah, make sure. I'm gonna check this one out, guys. It'll be one of the first. No, it's just some Craftsman tools I got. Oh my god! Why do they still make cases like this? And what besides tormenting me? Is this? Do I deserve this? Damn it! Well, I guess I'll make this the first part of the fucking review. Yeah, you can actually, probably can't do that by hand, but you can actually pop this pin out of there. Come on, got her. There you go. Pop the pin, and you can have a little organizer for your toolbox if you really wanted to. So that's kind of neat. Oh man, let's restart this. Let's try this again. Want to first start off by saying thank you, Hard Knocks, for the sticker. My daughter also, gave her some, and I got the magnet, and we got them all over the place now. So appreciate that. And we'll go ahead and get started here. I don't like doing these kind of videos. They're kind of a unboxing type video. It's not my preferred way of doing things, but this one will work out really nicely. Really nicely. So we got let's get this right. Craftsman 83 piece set, 1/4 and 3/8 chrome, full lifetime warranty, durka. And I got this from Menards, and it was on sale, $55 for this whole thing. So for what it should be, it's not bad. So you open it up. I've obviously had this thing open already. Comes with piece count set and part number set, which is nice because you'll definitely be warranting this shit. So hold on to that. So one time the instructions should be something you should keep. Don't throw this thing away. Whatever you do, don't throw this thing away. It needs to be in there because this shit just starts fucking flying everywhere. It's no fucking good. Anyways, so you get a pretty nice full set, 1/4 inch to 13/16. Would have been nice if it was to 7/8. 10 to, what's that? 10 to 19. Don't appear 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, no skips really in there. And then you get some random deeps, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 3/8, no skips, and 5/8. And you get your quarters, 4 through 12, 5/32 through 1/2 inch, no 5.5. Yeah. So, and then you get those things you get to get the tool bit count up. Some metric and Allen wrenches, which these are nice, especially for chopping up. So I don't ever mind getting those. I really hate getting these because I probably have 20 of them now, but they're okay, I guess. Not my cup of tea, I'd say. A 5/8 spark plug socket. Let's see if we can focus that. There you go. Yeah, with just the rubber condom in there to help hold your spark plugs. And you'll notice also there's not laser etching, there's stamping, double lined for standard and solid for metric. So that's kind of interesting. It took me a while to even notice that, to be honest. So, and you get your 2 ratchets. They both sound reasonably decent. They're actually shaped pretty nicely. I do like this. It's pretty nice. The switch it's okay. It's not mushy. Push button, same thing. And they're actually pretty nice. That one has some weight to it, and this one's actually really nice and thin. I like it in that aspect. Now, before we start sucking off Craftsman in this video, let's point out some really big fucking problems you got here. which is really disappointing. So you put on a socket, right? Locks in, doesn't come off. A good amount of play in that. It's not very affixed, but see, you can tell it locks in. Watch this. So if I put it in like this, let's see. There you go. See, and that button comes right back flush. Okay, and that's fine, and it works the same way with most of the sockets. But I mean, there's a horrendous amount of play in those. So now, but you get over here, that button won't sit flush. It doesn't let it go, but you can definitely tell it's not locking in there anymore, or it's not right. And I mean, there's nothing you can do. And that button, and see, you just barely have to press it, and it does let it go, but you can tell it's not locking because that button's not releasing back all the way. So that's kind of shitty. Another thing I noticed on the 3/8, it appears, well, it's definitely not straight. Let me find it. Here we go. It's really crooked. I know it's kind of hard to show on video, but it's really crooked. The stamping on this is really light. It's actually more like laser etching. On this 1/4 inch, it almost appears that my 3-year-old did the stamping on this. It's fucking ugly as hell. Just, that's god awful. This one's even worse. This one looks like I wrote it. I mean, it's just fucking gross. I mean, I don't know how there's, I don't have a very large vocabulary, but that's just ugly. Ugly. Now, same thing on the 1/4 inch. You get to the largest size, it won't even lock. Watch it. Falls right out. Doesn't matter what you do. You play with it, try to get it to lock in there. Nope. Just flies right out. And the button does return like it's locked. And it just won't do it. Don't matter which way you turn it. Nope. So quick release mechanism doesn't work. It wouldn't even work as a non-quick release. On the other sockets, it will work. It's just on those, for some reason, the 2 biggest sizes, it won't let either ratchet work properly. And I'd imagine as you go bigger, you'd have the same issues. But as you can see, it's just a stupid amount of play in that. I mean, look at that. That's really, really bad. I mean, just hardly good enough to be able to be usable. This is not even a competition of can it be used professionally. It's barely usable. Barely. So when you get all that, then you get this swivel. Now the stamping looks fine, but look how shitty this thing is made. Look how far out that thing protrudes there. Now, will that affect its usability? I don't think so, but I mean, you just put it all together, build quality, the quality control. You might as well think about the materials that they used. If they did such a shit job on the rest of it, the materials they used just have to be subpar. I mean, there's no way around it. Look at that. Just horrendously done. All the way they cleaned up the edges, it's done really poorly. The chrome's not consistent on any of them. And something AVE pointed out in actually his Craftsman set, which is a good point to point out. Good point to point out, yeah. Now look at these sockets. Not only is it inconsistent, the smallest socket, both on metric and standard, they do have a reasonable broaching. Not good broaching, but reasonable. Where they stop right here roughly. Still too deep for what a professional should be, professional sockets. But as you can see, that broaching just goes all the way down. And that really does fuck with the guy. I mean, and it's something I never notice when I work at home. But when you're working in the professional field, that's when you really start to see it. Just like he said in his videos, you need a push-up into an opening farther down the line somewhere. And it's not to say you can't get good sockets for a cheaper price. We got these Huskies here. They have really nice broaching. They're really shallow. And they're very consistent. They're chromed nicely. These are really good sockets. You could use those professionally all day long. But as you saw there, very inconsistent. All their chrome, very inconsistent. Even if a guy just wanted home gamer had wants some pretty sockets, or even professionals I know like pretty tools, this wouldn't even work for you there, because it's, I mean, you can just tell. There's a few of them that have chrome down the inside of them. Look, you can tell, very shiny. This one's very matte, or whatever you want to call it, matte, a matte color. So, yeah, just really inconsistent. Quality control on the sockets are horrible. These ratchets are just horrendously playable. The most useful thing in the set are these Allen wrenches and the bit driver. I don't know what to tell you there. Those are supposed to be the most useless things in these sets. I wanted to get this set for an emergency thing in the car and have some tools in there. Have another set of tools in there. I think this one's gonna have to go back to the store, guys. I might not. I might take them off to work and the standard, so they can work side by side with the Icon. Well, Icon Deeps I got at work. So yeah. So that's pretty much all I got, guys. Can't say too much other than go ahead and check out the Instagram. I made a Twitter. Check out the Twitter and Facebook. And also, if you like kind of these style reviews, but you want to listen to a radio show and listen to some guys crack a few beers, check out Wasted Content. It's a really great podcast. It's really, I think it's called Blue Comedy. So it's kind of like they can dive into some kind of a jokes that maybe quite a few people will think are offensive. But if you don't give a fuck about that, go check it out. It's actually pretty funny. And make sure to give them a share and let them know I sent you there. So check this out, guys. Don't buy it. Complete junk. Fuck that. Catch you later.